her knees till noon and then died. Verse 21. So and she went up and laid him on the bed of the man of God, shut the door upon him, and went out. Verse 22. Then she called to her husband and said, Please send me one of your young men and one of your donkeys, that I may run to the man of God and come back. Verse 23. So he said, Why are you going to him today? It is neither the new moon nor Sabbath. And she said, It is well. Verse 24. Then she saddled the donkey and said to her servant, Drove and go forward. Do not slacken the pace for me unless I tell you. Verse 25. And so she departed and went to the man of God, Mount
Only through Monday, save up to 35% during Ray Moore and Flanagan's.
Carmel. So it was when the man of God saw her after off that he said to his servant Gehazi,
SpeechModification.com presents how to pronounce Gehazi.
Gehazi, look, the Shunammite woman. Verse 26. Please run now to meet her, and say to her, It is well with you. Is it well with your husband? It is well with the child. And she answered, It is well. Verse 27. Now when she came to the man of God at the hill, she caught him by the feet, but Gehazi came near to push her away. But the man of God said, Let her alone, for her soul is in deep distress, and the Lord has hidden it from me and has not told me. Verse 28. So she said, Did I ask a son of my Lord? Did I not say, Do not deceive me? Verse 29. Then he said to Gehazi, Get yourself ready, and take my staff in your hand, and be your way. If you meet anyone, do not greet him, and if anyone greets you, do not answer him, but lay my staff on the face of the child. Verse 30. And the mother of the child said, As the Lord lives, and as your soul lives, I will not leave you. So he arose and followed her. Verse 31. Now Gehazi went on ahead of them, and laid the staff on the face of the child, but there was neither voice nor hearing. Therefore he went back to meet him, and told him, saying, The child has not awakened. Verse 32. When Elijah came into the house, there was the child laying dead on his bed. Verse 33. He went in therefore, shut the door behind the two of them, and prayed to the Lord. Verse 34. And he went up and lay on the child, and put his mouth on his mouth, his eyes on his eyes, and his hands on his hands. And he stretching himself out on the child, and the flesh of the child became warm. Verse 35. He returned and walked back and forth in the house, and again went up and stretched himself out on him. Then the child sneezed 7 times, and the child opened his eyes. Amen. That's what faith can do. Verse 36, and he called Gehazi and said, call this Sheminite woman. So he called her, and when she came in to him, he said, pick up your son. Verse 37, so she went in, fell at his feet, and bowed to the ground. Then she picked up her son and went out. Verse 38, and Elisha returned to Gilgal, and there was a famine in the land. Now the sons of the prophets were sitting before him, and he said to his servant, put on the large pot and boil stew for the sons of the prophets. Verse 39, so one went out into the field to gather herbs, and found a wild vine, and gathered from it a lapful lapful of wild blondes.
American pronunciation.
Gourds, and came and sliced them into the pot of stew, though they did not know what they were. Verse 40, then they served it to the man to eat. Now it happened as they were eating the stew that they cried out and said, Man of God, there is death in the pot, and they could not eat it. Verse 41, so he said, then bring some flour, and he put it into the pot, and said, stir it to the people, that they may eat. And there was nothing harmful in the pot. Verse 42, then a man came from Baal, excuse me.
Stuffed crust.
It's added to Domino's best deal ever. I shouldn't be hearing this news hungry.
Shaisha. Wait a minute.
Only through Monday, save up to 35% during Raymore Flanagan's 4th of July Super Weekend Sale.
We are looking at how to pronounce the base phrase as well as how to say interesting pronounced names and words from the Bible. So make sure to stay tuned and consider subscribing for more learning. It means master of three things, or the third idol. How do you say it? There are two different ways of pronouncing it, either as Baal Shalisha,
Elisha and brought the man of God bread of the first fruits, 20 loaves of barley bread, and newly ripened grain in his napkin. No. Knapsack, and he said, give it to the people, that they may eat. Verse 43. But his servant said, what shall I set this before 100 men? He said again, give it to the people, that they may eat. For thus says the Lord, they shall eat